6 religious leaders from different faiths will participate in the inauguration. One of them is Reverend Samuel Rodriguez, president of the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference. You're going to deliver an invocation and do a reading, is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know this is a very busy time for you.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about your church.
It's a wonderful multi-ethnic church, multi-generational in Sacramento, California, with campuses in Stockton and in Reno, and now we're opening up in Los Angeles. So
And you said it's the largest?
Well, our
Your
organization is, by the grace of God, the largest Christian Latino organization in America and in the world, for that matter. We have about 450,000 churches around the world that we strive to serve, and 40,118 churches here in America that are members of the organization.
And I remember, if I remember correctly, your views were not always in line with the Donald Trump campaign views. So now you're coming into the fold and you're participating in the inauguration.
I don't know if I'm coming into the fold. I think the president-elect is more coming into the fold of expressing more compassion towards the immigrant community. I was respectfully critical of the president-elect, so I always did it with great respect and due deference because I agreed with him on issues of life and religious liberty. So there were many issues that I would agree with Donald Trump on.
But it wasn't immigration.
It wasn't immigration. His rhetoric on immigration ran counter, in my opinion, to who we are as children of God created in God's image. Without a doubt. It built the proverbial wall, rhetorically, even before the physical wall.
Between the Hispanic community and Donald Trump.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
And so when the invitation came along, it came along right when he began a pivot as it pertains to tone. Not necessarily the content, building a wall, stopping illegal immigration, deporting those that are involved in nefarious activity. But the moment he began to speak with compassion about those terrific people, these terrific, amazing people.
Who are immigrants to the United States.
Who are immigrants without documentation.
Without a green card.
Right, without a green card, who overstayed their visas and so forth, but their kids were born here and that sort of thing. The moment he began to change a bit on tone, I went, wait, and then subsequently the invitation came in. And I spoke to my executive committee, which is my wife and my kids. And I said, I received an invitation from the president-elect, from his team, and they want me to participate in the swearing-in ceremony. Never before has a Latino Christian ever participated.
That is
in American
remarkable.
history. So it's the first time.
So of course you said yes.
Well, after doing my due diligence first, really, and my wife and my kids, other than my faith in Christ, that's my life.
How do you hope that you will be able to guide the Trump administration or have an influence in the Trump administration?
I hope and pray that they, with the access they have granted, and truly without any sort of hyperbole, it's been surprising. I had a conversation with the transition team on the Dreamers, these kids that were granted DACA through executive fiat of the President Obama. And just, Mr. President-elect, please don't touch them. I mean, should the kids pay for the sins of their parents? 2 hours later, the President-elect, they issued a statement. They will not harm these kids. 2 hours later, I went, this is unprecedented. Wow. So they have been more than gracious. They have been more than gracious.
Your one voice.
No, but it's beyond me, of course. But they are more than gracious, and they are accommodating, and they're listening. And by the way, 30% of Latinos voted for Donald Trump.
There you
60s,
go.
So it's, Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Okay, thank you so much. Reverend Samuel Rodriguez, we will see you on Center Stage tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.